top 5. Today we're going to be looking at our favourite Christmas memories. And I have guests. I'm not on my own today. I have Stevie, Livvy, Dom, and to a lesser extent, Dita. And speaking of Christmas, I should just... it makes me feel a bit like Link. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin.
Merry Christmas, Josh and Dieter. It's Dom from the YouTube channel, It's All Fun and Games, and I'm going to share a Christmas memory with you that has to do with the video game Sonic 3D Blast for the Sega Genesis. I have a very big family, and every year on Christmas Eve, we all go over to my uncle's house for a big party. I always love going because I can hang out with my cousins, play games, eat food, and then at midnight, we all got to open up our presents. This particular Christmas, I must have been 7 or 8 years old, and that year one of my cousins got to open a gift early, and when she unwrapped it, it was the game Sonic 3D Blast for the Sega Genesis. Now I don't really like the game these days, I think it kinda sucks, but at the time we were all huge Sonic fans, and we were so stoked to be able to play it. So we all rushed down to my cousin's room and popped it in the Genesis and started playing. We started playing really early that day, and we kept going for hours and hours. Eventually it was dinner time, and some of our moms and dads would be knocking on the door saying, "Come on guys, it's time to eat." And we'd be like, yeah, we'll be there in 1 second, hold on. Then some of our older cousins would be like, "Come on guys, it's almost time to open presents, so don't you want to open presents?" And we'd be like, yeah, okay, we'll be there in a second. We're on the final boss, Dr. Robotnik. And we ended up beating the game that night. And once it was over, we finally realized that we sat there the entire night, and we missed Christmas Eve. And I always really love that memory because it reminds me of what's important at Christmas time. It's not really about the gifts. It's about spending time with your friends, your cousins, your family, doing things that you love, even if it's playing a crappy Sonic game.
G'day, howdy, welcome to my Christmas story. Or should I call it tale? Tale is much more fun and interesting. Anyway, my tale starts in England actually. This was 10 years ago, so I still lived in Australia at the time. And I was out shopping for the day, having a bit of a bonding sesh with my aunt. And I see Worms 3D, and instantly I knew this is the game I wanted, because I heard about it, and obviously, as you know, me and Josh talk about Worms all the time, you know.
Look at that damage! It's ×2, right? So...
You know, the channel's called Concrete Donkey. And so I'm talking to my aunt, I'm like, this is the game I want for Christmas, could you please buy it for me? And she goes, "Oh no, I can't buy it now because you're here, you know, it's meant to be a surprise. I don't want you to wake up on Christmas morning and feel disappointed." 13-year-old me explained that I'd be more disappointed if I opened the game and it was like the PlayStation 2 version or like a different game, like altogether completely. Now, I have a habit of going for like the Xbox game looking presents first. I just always do it. You know, there's a few DVDs of, you know, movies that just come out and stuff like that, and that's all very well and good, but I was searching for my Worms 3D. I needed to play it. And I got to one present. It was like, it looked like a figurine case or something. You know, it looked like a box that would have like a figurine or like a really big Toblerone. And I started opening it and I saw 2 loo rolls attached to Worms 3D. And they knew, I could see their faces, they were killing themselves because I was like so disappointed that I didn't have my Xbox game. Anyway, thanks for listening to my Christmas story. Tale. I said tale, didn't I? Tale.
I am currently getting over a cold, but it's not going to stop me from talking about my favourite game of Christmas past, which is Arkham City. The main reason is because it was actually a Christmas present for my dad, and he hadn't heard great things about Arkham Asylum, so he wanted to wait until the sequel came out and he heard about Arkham City, so my mum and I got it for him as a Christmas present. I think it was 2011, I think that's when it came out. Even though it was my dad's game, I had an awful habit throughout my life of always picking up one of my dad's games, playing it a lot more than him, because obviously, you know, I'd have a bit more free time and sometimes even be, you know, a little bit better than him at it. He was in the lead up to fight the Joker or Harley Quinn, and one of the bosses you have to fight is called Mr. Hammer. Now, in the Arkham games, whenever you die, depending on whatever boss you're leading up to, or whatever enemy you're just sort of leading up to in general, a black screen will come up, and the boss in question will come forward and taunt you.
Get up, bats! Hey, you ain't looking so good.
I could hear it from my room. My dad was in his study playing Arkham City, and he kept on dying because every 7 minutes or so I just hear this na 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 from Harley Quinn, and it was the most annoying sound in the world. Na 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 na. And I really annoyed him with it because once I got to Mr. Hammer on my sort of round of Arkham City, I defeated Mr. Hammer in 3 attempts compared to goodness knows how many my dad had. And yeah, it's just one of my favourite things, just like, you know, beating your own dad at a video game that's meant to be his, that he's meant to be good at. I'd always beat him every time and be a lot better than him at it. And it was probably one of the first PC games I played in a long time, because before that I think I played Knights of the Old Republic when I was like 5, 6 years old. It wasn't the greatest at that, but yeah, that is my game of Christmas past.
Hey guys, it's your boy Steve here, and I'm here back on Concrete Donkey sharing my favourite Christmas game. The one that sticks out for me is Super Smash Bros. Melee. Super Smash Bros. Melee or Melee definitely is my Christmas game, because I remember, I think it was just me and my older brother's Christmas present, and oh my gosh, we played so much of Smash Bros. Melee, because that was the first time I fully got into Smash Bros, and it was like, whoa, all these characters are in the same game, all these characters that I know, you know, I've been playing Mario, Zelda, what ones did I actually play? But there was so many in there that I was like, yeah, I recognise all these characters from something, and if I didn't, then, you know, then I got it, and I remember you just keep playing, you'd unlock little trophies, and then we'd be like, oh, I know that from that game, or, oh, I have to go and play that game now, and it was like a good advertising tactic, because it actually made me buy a lot of games just because I knew the characters from Smash Bros. But the funniest part, definitely, about Smash Bros. Was when you were younger, and you used to go on, like, Game Facts or Game FAQs, and you used to like look up cheats and be like, wait a sec, if you leave your console, if you leave your GameCube on for 8 hours while sitting in training mode, then you'll unlock Mewtwo, which I believe is true. And I think that's how I unlocked Mewtwo. Maybe it's like 6 hours, 8 hours, something like that. But I left my GameCube on in my room to do that. But I think there was another one where some guy said, yeah, if you leave it for 36 hours, you unlock Sonic and Tails. And I was like, no way. And like I would watch these like YouTube edits where people would put like Sonic in Smash Bros. Melee on GameCube, and I was like, this is way before Brawl where he actually was in it. And I was like, no way, this is crazy. And me and my friends tried the ridiculous amount of like press left, right, up, down, and then just so many stupid menu hacks, or trying to do like menu cheats or training mode cheats, or like play the game all with the character doing something else cheats. And we were like, please can we unlock more and more characters, because that was so exciting back then, when games you used to have to unlock characters rather than pay for them with DLC. And yeah, that was just so exciting. It was just something I've never been able to get anymore. So yeah, Super Smash Bros. Melee is my Christmas game.
Okay, so for my Christmas memory, I'm going to take you guys back to 2006. I was 14. It was Wii's launch. A Zelda game was at launch. Madness. It was utter madness. I just like couldn't contain myself. I wake up about 4 AM in the morning, and there's this big box outside my door. And my first initial thought is like, well, this is definitely for Wii, right? There's no other way. What else would this be? And I remember bringing it into my room, and they had like an unboxing article in the latest Nintendo magazine, and I brought that out, and I was like, well, okay, well, using this as a reference, I can kind of get an idea if this is the Wii or not. But my opinion wasn't good enough. No, I needed a second opinion, so I ran over to my sister's room. She was 8 at the time. She's not still 8. Apparently I woke her up by saying Happy Easter because I was 14 and I thought I was the funniest guy. And I dragged her to my room and was like, okay, right, help me decide if this is a Wii or not. We've got about an hour to kill before we can like open our presents, but I need to know, is this a Wii? The excitement was just too much. We were like 2 scientists discussing like string theory, but is this a Wii or not? And it was the Wii. I ended up actually tearing a little corner to see what colour the box was. I honestly reckon the Wii was like one of the best gifts I've ever had, because it's one of the gifts that's really brought my family together. It's one of those consoles we always bring out, even still now. Christmas is all about family, and this was a console which screamed family. Which is ironic, because I just wanted it for a single player experience. I just wanted to play the new Zelda game. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember specifically my cousins coming over at some point, and they were like, oh my god, you got a Wii, that's so cool, let's have a game and stuff. And I was like, Yeah, let's play. Yeah, fine. In the space of like maybe 5 to 6 hours, I've already got fed up with people coming in wanting to play the Wii. I was like, yes, okay, fine. I'm playing Zelda right now. I'm picking up cats. Christmas of 2006 was the best Christmas. Easily. Well, there you have it. That's our Christmas memories. I hope you could live haphazardly through us, and we'd love to live haphazardly through you. So let us know your memories down below in the comments. And from all of us here at Concrete Donkey, and from all our guests,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Stay beautiful.
Merry Christmas. Thanks, Ed.
Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas-oo.
And until next time, catch you later, interwebs. Right? Yeah, it's nice. The win was good.
Yeah. I completely forgot about it, and I hear you talking about it, and I was like, yeah, so we were competing for high scores on Mario and Sonic at the end of the game.